Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we are going to be continuing on with our C# tutorial series, and in this particular tutorial we are going to be covering hash sets in C#. Now, much like all the other different collections we've taken a look at, queues, stacks, and lists, this is also in the system.collections.generic namespace. This is a unordered collection of values where each value has to be unique. So if you try to input a duplicate value into a hash set, there will only be one value that is what you end. Only one of those will remain. The other will not be inserted into the set. All right. So, how do we go and create a hash set then? Well, if we go into our code, we can say capital H, A, S, H, S, E, T, and then we can give it data that we want to have. So in this case, let's say int, and we can say numbers equals new hash set int, like that. Now, one thing I should also mention is that one of the neat things about a hash set is that when you are retrieving objects from a hash set or values from a hash set, it will use hashing. It'll use a hashing algorithm for more efficient data retrieval. So in many scenarios, a hash set may be more efficient than a list if you or a queue or a stack or something like that. If you want unique data, if you don't want if you want to have duplicate pieces of data, then a hash set is not something that you're going to want to do, because again, a hash set only stores unique pieces of data. And if you try to insert something that is identical to an element that already exists in the hash set, it's not going to insert it at all. Okay? So, how do we add stuff to the hash set then? We went out of our way to create an entire hash set here, but we haven't put anything in it. And so we can do this by saying numbers dot add, and then we give it a number. So let's say 3. Numbers dot add 3. Numbers dot add 6. Numbers dot add 12. Numbers dot add 24. Numbers dot add 48. Numbers dot add 96. and so on and so forth. You can keep adding numbers, but for now, this is our, these are all the values we're going to add to our set. Now, if you look, we tried to add 3 twice. Well, let's loop through our data, and you can see what exactly happened here. So we can say for each int number in numbers, like that, and we can say console write line number. Okay, save it and do a control F5. Okay, so we have some kind of build error. Okay. Okay, now we can save it and run it. And you can see we output 3, 6, 12, 24, 48, 96, but we don't output the duplicate 3. And that's because we already had a 3 in there, so the second one didn't go in. It didn't insert it because, again, to reiterate, a set slash hash set does not accept duplicates. It can only contain unique values. All right. So with that being said, how do I then remove a value from our set? Let's say I want to remove 96 from our set. Well, we can go ahead and do a numbers dot, and we need to call the remove method. And just like we did with a list, we have to tell it what value to remove, in this case, 96. So go ahead and save that. And then we're going to loop through our hash set, and we can see that 96 will be gone. For each int number in numbers console.write line number, like that. Go ahead and run it. Okay, we have a build error. All right. Alright. Like that. There we go. And we still have an error. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. And we still have errors. Okay. Are you gonna work now? Yes. Okay. So now you can see that we have our original values, 3, 6, 12, 24, 48, and 96. And then we go through it again, but 96 is no longer there because we removed 96 from our set. Now, of course, a hash set has all kinds of different other things you can do, from getting the amount of elements in the set to finding relationships between those data points that are stored in the set, and all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of stuff that I would recommend looking into the documentation to figure out what all's there and how it works. So thank you all so very much for watching. This pretty much does it for hash sets in C#. We'll see you in the next one.